Hi Taurus, and welcome to your September 2023 reading. This is a reading for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and Mars, but it can really be valid for all astrological Taurus placements. If you're drawn to the title of the video, if you're a cross-watcher and this video is for you, and you find this information helpful, then take what resonates and leave the rest behind. This doesn't have to be about your zodiac sign, obviously. So let's see what the cards want to say in the beginning of the reading. As always, I'm looking at a general energy. In the second part of the reading, I will go into relationship dynamics. The Magician is coming out already. So this is a nice energy, like in the middle of the reading, in the center of the reading, the Magician. So the Magician is saying, yes, I can. Yes, I want to. Yes, I have all the tools that I need to really initiate a thing. I feel powerful. I feel able. I feel like I'm capable of initiating a new cycle, a new phase. This can be a bigger phase. The Magician is the number one of the major arcana, so he really does initiate a bigger cycle, a bigger phase, and he feels powerful. He feels like he's able and capable of making things happen. So this is a very motivated card that says we want to go into action. And also long-lasting action. We have this infinity sign over his head, which means this is a energy of looking forward. It's interesting. The Magician here is looking at the star in reverse. And the star in the reverse is a card of maybe coming into this phase with a little bit of hopelessness or impatience, could be. Maybe you're impatient that things start moving, things get going, even though at the same time you feel very capable of making things happen. So the Magician, it seems like, also is really inspecting this star card in the reverse and might ask himself or herself, like, what is the real me, what really is for me, and what is really the authentic me when it comes to moving and stepping into this new thing. Maybe also stepping away from a false self, I can see, into a new picture of yourself. Maybe stepping away from a sense of negativity or hopelessness, or feeling like things are not happening, or a feeling of not being at the right place at the right time. This can also be the star in the reverse. Also maybe looking at a past version of yourself that was not truly authentic or showing yourself fully. And carrying this past vision of yourself into this new endeavor, but not letting it hold you back. There's a picture, I think, that you're letting go of. A picture that you feel like is not capable of something, or is not meant to have something. That's what I see here. It's weird. Okay. Justice in the reverse. 3 major arcana. So this is a big one. This is a big month. Things might not play out the way you want them to play out just yet, I want to say, with the Justice in the reverse. Maybe there is some compromise that needs to be made, and it's hard to find the middle, to find the balance, to find the compromise. Maybe it's hard also when it comes to relationships or partners, also contracts, to really negotiate. There might be a negotiation going on that is not that feels unjust to you, or it feels like, okay, this is not the compromise, this is not the solution, this is not the standpoint that I was looking for establishing, or looking towards establishing. You could also be motivated out of a place of I would be aware or really making sure that you're not motivated out of a false sense of self, you know, like when a part of ourself that is actually really has not much to do with us on a deeper level is telling us to do something. This might still play out to be a good thing to do. Don't get me wrong, because the Magician is upright. Page of Wands, yeah, it could be some ego thing happening here. I see a lot of impatience. With the Star in the reverse and the Page of Wands in the reverse, we have a double bind to impatience. Things not moving fast enough, forcing things, trying to force things, or ego-driven things that are a little immature ego. Think something needs to happen, you know, it needs to happen now, and if it's not happening, I'm going to make it happen. Queen of Swords is seeing that. Subconsciously you are aware that there is a part of yourself that might be sabotaging even, you know, that might be sabotaging through impatience. And the Star in the reverse is also saying it's okay to not feel 100% right, like things are falling in place. You know, it's not always like that. It's just not. It doesn't have to be. The Hermit in the reverse. All right, higher consciousness is saying maybe we are not looking for answers on the inside right now, but maybe it's more productive or makes more sense to really look for guidance outside of ourselves, other people, maybe community. Because the Hermit in reverse is saying, okay, I cannot really find the answers within myself right now. I'm not feeling inspired from within, so maybe I want to look at external places. Yeah. High Priestess. I think intuitively that's the right choice. Also to sharpen your intuition again and sharpen your senses of what feels right in your gut moving forward. High Priestess is bringing back that patience that has been a little bit lost here, I think. Is bringing back that calm, foreseeing energy that is not judgmental about the self, the others, the past, the way you've moved so far. Tricky though. There's a lot of contradictory stuff going on here. We have a Uranus going retrograde in Taurus this month, so there could be sudden events happening that might feel like you've been there before. Nine of Wands, yeah, definitely you've been there. With the Nine of Wands, it's like, oh, integrating experiences and therefore being a little guarded out of what you've experienced so far and how far you've come, but at the same time also seeing that as a strength, trying to see that as a strength here. And I think you might be realizing that intuitively understanding when to look for help on the outside and guidance, and when to feel it within you, has helped you in the past. Seems like there's more people involved, and you might be really influenced here spiritually by some sort of, I want to say, entities. I think the wisdom you're seeking and that's helping you move forward right now is much more of a high priestess type of wisdom than a hermit, which means it's not the old wise man, it's more like the young, non-judgmental, virgin type energy that is not assuming of things. It's a different type of wisdom. It's deeper. Emperor. Nice. You are gaining back your power here, and you are coming back into a place of control, especially subconsciously, very deep down. You know what to do, you know how to get it, and the Emperor in the subconscious, when the Justice is upside down here or in the reverse here, it could also you being like just in your stability and in your power so much that you also know how to handle injustice, you know, or things not playing out as you want them to play out, and I want to say just yet, by the end of this cycle. There is a Seven of Cups and there is a Sun. This is beautiful. I mean, Seven of Cups is like the possibilities, you know. There is a lot of possibilities in the ether. This hasn't been brought down to earth. It's like more in the clouds, you know. There is all these options, all these things. I think it's just a reminder of what's real and what's not, and to make distinctions, you know, to be like, okay, yeah, there's all these options, possibilities. There is this fantasy, maybe even. There is a lot of imagination when it comes to a new path, I want to say, with the Magician. Bringing it down to manifest into reality is still, you know, process and way to go. But dreaming up possibilities is not a bad thing right now, especially with the Sun. This is all for your highest good, for your highest self, and I think you're finding back into a very light and joyful and again authentic sense of self that has been lost maybe a little bit with the Star in the reverse. The Sun card is the best card, you know, that's a very positive card. It really shines light on the things that need to be in the light and helps you move forward in a very joyful, positive, also productive way. The Sun is also about being productive, about things growing. The light helps things grow, you know. So yeah, beautiful. This could be a lot of inner child work that you're doing as well, like trying to find the place where you feel free, where you feel free of sorrow, where you feel joyful, where you feel unrestricted, where you feel like you can express yourself creatively. It's nice. Okay, relationships. This other person and you, this can be romantic relationships, don't have to be. This other person, the Hangman in the reverse. Okay. This is not necessarily bad. Other person is gaining new perspective on things when it comes to this connection. When maybe through a spiritual awakening, through that was triggered through circumstances that were somewhat binding the person or restricting the person. Now gaining a new perspective on things, having a higher vision or a more spiritual, this is too much, spiritual perception when it comes to this connection. Gain more understanding on a deeper level. Okay. You are here with the Ace of Swords. I love it because the Ace of Swords is clarity, especially when we have a Seven of Cups here. It's good to to cut through that that is only illusionary, and come to the truth, you know. Clear communication, the truth, your truth, also being transparent, being open, being clear in communication, and also communicating your truth to a person. You're opening up a dialogue maybe that might make this other person see things differently, really. Your truth might also be part of changing this person's perspective. This is something that has to do with the past. And there is some sort of lack mindset or victim mindset, or maybe it is a health issue as well. Like there is something in the past with the Five of Pentacles that is part of the situation that might worry you, but you might be able to just communicate that and show that to this person. Or you might want to show that. Even you might want to just be honest about what's worrying you, or what feels hard, or how you feel. Two of Swords, peace. I think this can be quite a productive dialogue and conversation where maybe there might be differing opinions, but there is still a ground for peace and compromise. Because the Two of Swords is always such a... I just get triggered when tarot readers are like, a decision. It's like there's 1,000 decision cards in the tarot, and there is like every moment is a decision. The way I'm talking right now, I'm deciding how to choose the words, you know. So it's so much more than a decision, because the Two of Swords is a card of weighing out informations, opinions, facts, maybe pros and cons, maybe really contradicting thoughts, and still finding a middle ground and a basis of peace, a compromise to be able to move forward. And therefore, on the premise of this middle ground that we found through really thinking and pondering, it's a card of pondering on information, facts, things that we know, building a basis for the next step and getting yourself ready to actually make a decision. So it's not just like a decision needs to be made. It's much more than that. It's much more the mental process of finding the inner balance in your thoughts to be able to move forward in a logical way. So yeah, there is a ground for peace, completion. The Four of Wands in the reverse is saying, I mean, maybe it's also not time yet to just step into something new. This could be. It's also not fruitful right now, maybe to find the tension here. It's more fruitful to find the peace and to be logical about things, and let the ego out of the way and just look at the facts, and not like, but I want this. It's because this is really what's standing in the way, I think, with the Page of Wands in the reverse. And you know that, and subconsciously you know that this is really not beneficial. The Queen of Swords understands, like, this is not, this sort of like teenage ego, being pushy about something, wanting to have it for the reason of wanting and having it, you know, is maybe not beneficial. And I feel like this has also something to do with this compromise that's being made on a very logical level. And with the Four of Wands in reverse being like, it doesn't need, we don't need to step into something completely new yet. That's what I feel like. This is a weird reading because it doesn't seem like a breakup or anything. It just seems like a peaceful resolution to something and taking time to do the steps and trying to be logical about something and not too emotional about something. That's what I see here. And not letting ego get in the way. Okay, one oracle card. Because there is healthy ego. This is healthy ego. The sun is healthy ego. It's like, this is all the things I want are good for me. And this is teenage hormonal ego that is like, but I want the thing. Why? I don't know, I just want it. You know, that's what the Page of Wands in the reverse is. Perspective, look at that. Yeah, I mean, I talked a lot about the Hanged Man finding new perspective. Maybe you communicating something, also helping the situation to see things from a different perspective. It is really about changing perspectives here for the better. And wish, it's also here, make a wish. Wow, Taurus, this is cute. The sun is always a good thing. Libra, well, yeah, this is about relationship and partnership. So maybe also a change in perspective of what it means to work together, because that's partnership, you know. How do we work together? Second house, this could have to do with financial stuff, but also second house is Taurus, that's your Taurus. Not feeling worthy of a thing maybe, or being in some sort of lack. This could also be physical in this sense. In this card it's very physical health thing. Maybe there is something connected to your physical health. South node and North Node. South Node moving into Libra, relationships. What am I willing to do for a relationship, and what am I not willing to do for a relationship also? Where do I need to move away from, maybe, when it comes to dealing with relationships and partnerships? And where do I need to be very, very honest with myself and also with others in communication? All right. There's a lot of investment into this connection, I think. It's very real, the investment. But it's also confirmation. So yes, we want to invest into this. Out of this new perspective, I think, new focus can be found. On what do you want to focus and how you want to focus on it. There is transformation when it comes to this connection and love. This is my copper, oxidized copper charm. So space might give you also the chance to gain new perspective. This is lucky. I think as long as you really express yourself authentically, and this comes from what you want from a sun type of ego, you know, like creative. This is how I want to express myself into the world. I think this is healthy with this attachment pin, the solar plexus yellow one. Moon cycles might play a big role. We have these moon cycles, north node, south node going on the relationship axis, Libra and Aries. So this is going to be highlighted, of course, in the next 1.5 years, 2 years, and is already playing a role. Something with the public here. I don't know. Maybe you don't want to make something public, or maybe something is too public. I'm not sure. I don't think it's a negative thing. It's just something with the public eye. There is a strong sense of will and masculine energy in this, in a sense of I want to take things on and make things happen. And I think this is happening from both sides, and therefore it might be a little tense because nobody is really stepping back, I feel like. This twin flame charm coming out. This is a twin flame card in the reverse, and this is a twin flame charm in the reverse. I'm not quite sure what that means, to be honest. I'm gonna pull one more card for this. Okay, yeah, I heard, I don't know why, don't force things. And it could be about healing a twin flame connection with the art card. And this is the temperance card, and finding the right solution. There is a solution to this. There is healing to this, but you can't force it. That's what I'm hearing. Okay, Taurus, that's your reading for September. Thank you so much for being here. Please check out my description box, and please subscribe, like, and comment. And if you are interested in a private reading, then you find all the information also in the description box. I hope you have a great September. Take care, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.